So let's talk that this is nice, because the this is nice actually winds up sticking around for the next few days. In fact, even kind of through the weekend. And just a quick little sneak peek, if you run that forecast out even further, by the time you get into late next week, it looks like that slightly above average weather kind of returns. Warm and sunny this week, 70s through the weekend. That is kind of a big deal. We'll talk that in a second, but rain returns next week. Why is it a big deal? Well, because average highs this time of year are in the mid 60s, falling to 61 by next week. So our temperatures at 76 Saturday and Sunday wind up being about 10 degrees above that seasonal norm. So that kind of is a big deal. And 76 this time of year, 76 any time of year is amazing. But 76 both Saturday and Sunday, both days wind up looking almost identical. I hate putting the same temperature on 2 days in a row, but here I went and did it because I think that's kind of where we're at. Mostly sunny and warm all weekend long. We've got a little bit of rain returning next week, and that likely drops those temperatures. Remember, we saw all the way back. We're going to do all over the place with this forecast. That big drop next week, that correlates to that return of moisture to much of the inland northwest. You just don't get that warm when it rains here. And the reason is because of that overall weather pattern that brings us the rain. Here's that big ridge. Here's the cold I drove through on the way. There's the frontal boundary now making its way into the Midwest, where it was exceptionally warm when I was there. But what winds up happening is we build in this huge ridge overhead. It takes over the next couple of days, but eventually we get a storm moving in and a pretty potent front. That front spreads its way across much of the Northwest, and for us, it likely means some rain. But it's one of those ones where most of that moisture is going to get hung up on the west side and in the Cascades. With a predominantly zonal flow, or west to east flow, rainfall totals on the eastern side of the state and over in Idaho are still up in the air. There's a lot that can change between now and then, so if anyone's giving you rainfall totals, ignore them. It's not accurate. It's way too far out. What we do know is that it is very likely we get an overall shift in the weather pattern that brings us from warm, sunny weather to cooler, wetter weather. Our average highs this time of year, mid 60s. The next few days, 70s. And 70s feel nice. Step outside right now. Imagine today, but with more sunshine. That's tomorrow. Imagine today, but slightly warmer with even more sunshine. That's Friday. Imagine nothing but sunshine in mid 70s. That's Saturday and Sunday. And that's about perfect, especially considering, oh wow, can I say it? Yeah, that's the first full weekend of October. And then next week when we cool down, that's actually about a drop to somewhat average weather for this time of year. So all in all, just take it as it comes.
Yeah, and take advantage of it while we can.
Yes.
Jeremy, thank you.